What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jamrepsu. My name is Paññā. I'm here to acknowledge your frequency, to alter your consciousness, to heighten your mind, transcend above the deprivations, to ascend to this lesser realm here on Earth, inviting one experience, here and now, not delaying time. The majestic almighty Earth is with us. There is no insuperable obstacle to the emergence of human and divine. It is respectively in these manners allow me to convey about the two mothers we all have. One which took birth in this very plane of existence, rendering us the grandmother, Gaia. She's with spirits. She is the spirits, undeniably all around us, literally, all in all forms. Shape and sizes mingle with the colors of the galaxy, that is irrefutable. The I of ill wills and we of wellness. We know that we're not happy, right? When we're not with the us. And also when the world is centering around just the I, we are happier with the us, or you and me. What if the world is not flat like a pancake or round? What if it's shaped like a heart? The stability of life and its consistent ability to self-regulate and protect Earth creatures connotes a universe much more intelligent than we can fathom. Only a few individuals wisely investigate are they the one who have clear understanding the correlation of us, creature or nature, relatively to the world at large, the earth. Now, the judgmental, arrogance, no face value, a system of ideas that dictate by authorities is pretty dangerous, don't you think? Simply means you perceive that things to be exactly as it appear to be, with no further analysis or investigation. You just take things as they are and accepting as it is without your own investigation. That's just following a blind eyes. Yes, the horizons, sight overseeing the visual Mount Rainier appear to disappear. Whoa, what? And then you can put on the news and say the mountain disappeared, but which in fact the cloud is just covering it on that particular gloomy days. The limits of perception senses disciplines to uncover crystallizations to understand love and hate, wise and fools, just like dark and light. The mountain, Mount Rainier did not disappear, it just covered with the cloud. And you believe that. Our body, others as well, the living organisms, they lives on us, inside of us, is a microcosm. It does mean is that we are also minuscule. Compared to the science, the grand size of the grandmother Earth, that we may as well be considered to be a bacteria relative to the massive body of our Earth. To believe that Earth and I have contemplated about what living on this body, organism, as we are living on this Earth, out in the forest dwelling or city, crusader, we are all Earth as what it is on us, inside of us, all living taking place as the river changes in the cycle of the dryness season. We, this body, decomposition each morning, the wave wash the shore, as well the earth shifting and changing with the sun and the moon, all is cycling of changes of life events, reoccurring to nature of season. We think our feeling changes with it. We can feel when the summer transitions to spring, we can feel the sensation of the body changes with it too. We feel the awness, the freshness of it, because we, from the heat to something more, before it becomes the winter, you can feel the freshness of it. It's like a glorious morning of new lights, and it's the new day. So the earth chemical all talks to each other. To protect life on this planet, salt in the ocean is number 2 salinated. It's number 2 salinated. And the oxygen in the atmosphere is number 2 nauseate. Nauseous. It's never too nauseous. And the temperature of the earth never go too hostile. It's never grow too hostile. For life to thrive. All elements work in harmony, perfectly in harmony to ensure life on earth is sustainable. The moment that we are happy with life, the trajectory of a spiritual path is shifted from identity and self-concern. Focus where our love and our ability, our thoughts, our attention, our motivation really crystallizing further our self-realizations. Center our attention to ground ourselves. That's where we come to experience for oneself, to kill off the ego, so we can go tune in with the ego, so we can find more spiritual and feel more aliveness and have more fundamental understanding of our origins. The shift from I to us can we really recognize in the cellular way that we are all connected, and then the experience of that is caring, all inclusive. That is the definition of loving kindness and compassion. That we awake the senses or perceptions that we belong, and of course we care for each others. We belong to each others. You and I, it's like the book of love. So interesting to me that this is the evolution of our beings. Consider this to the trajectory of our species, that there is increasing moments of the capacity of collaboration with compassions, the understanding that we belong to this World Wide Webs, or www. of life, the cobwebs, inseparable, interconnectedness, interlace, undeniable. This is just like intertwined. It's a unions, unifications. It's a universal love. The world affects all of us, individuals and collectively. As we all reciprocate and experience the past few months, we can sense and feel we are all part of this earth. We can look through the horizon at the sun setting from the Elkai view, looking at the downtown Seattle mountain. We can see it, we can feel it, we can feel the atmosphere all around us, right? And knowing that the part of which describe this whole system that's synchronized, organized, orchestrated, we are all in the same boat in this samsara. We are in this samsara all together. Over the other shores, we haven't yet crossed over, because we need to have the understanding, have the path is there for us to walk, to get to the islands, to get to the paradise, or the kingdom of heaven, or nirvana if you like, or heaven. Yeah, I mentioned heaven, yes. So we collaborate as a unification, because the truth is we belong here and now. Thinking of the long arch of the focus are embracing and caring for each others, just like a mother breastfed her child. No, not everyone goes around and feel like they are lonely, but we all have this extra neurotic tendency to feel separated. I find that spirit that come into beings get lost in beings, drunkenly intoxicated, forgetting its way home. The way is inside of us. Yourself is a communion with nature, to be understand the orchestration of the universe. By loss is that we disconnect ourselves. We lost the sense of our belonging to the earth. We get identified with separation, self. This is the I and all of our thoughts and activities to circle around the want, I need, what I'm afraid of this furthering and protecting of ourselves. What kinds of important to understand is that in growing up, our basic needs for safety and love and understanding are met. Then that cellular focus is there. It's just a host, someone, and it's not exclusive. It's not exclusive. You see, it's connected. But then we tend to feel like we're kind of apart, but we're not. We can still remember our belonging, our personal lives, healthy bonding with caretaker by nature. We become more self-excited, more self-love, self-protective for all beings. We know that this prison of separations within the mind as well too is shaped by the kind of society we live. When there's natural ways to belong to each other, to unhealthy family and community, and belong to the earth, we will be okay. But however, if we're in a society that has a lot of traumas, and the contemporary society of PTSD, with a lot of injustice, untrusted thing you hear on media, mistrust of others, wrong judgment without contact, getting to know one another first, just judging them, just being judgmental, gossiping. What's wrong with that? Fucking a lot of shit wrong. That's what you see on TV, televisions, movies, or whatever. That's teen movie and shit. So that's judgmental, is wrong view, wrong mindfulness. Distinct violence and expression towards non-domination parts of the population is a hierarchy that suppresses it. When society cultivates loving and kindness with compassion towards those who are vulnerable, we create togetherness instead of separations. For some people, belonging to the whole can be hard to grasp, and particularly hard, the harsh one. The cruel is the wrong action and wrong speech and wrongdoing, and it's the wrong effort doing that kind of shit. Right now, we need healing, which is right concentrations. To emphasize on this, as I mentioned, it's also related to the zoo animals and the comparison to the world of humans' prison of the cell they put themselves in right now. The level of compassion of society is directly reflecting and evident by the prison, by the justice system. The reverse is true. The reverse is true. When cultivated civilization, justice system, cultivated right actions, right speech, and right mindfulness, and right concentration, then we'll see the changes. It can only happen when we change. To learn is to change. When you change, that's when you will learn. Now, cut the palm into the middle of the chest. This is metta meditation. Metta means love and kindness in Pali language. So offering love inwardly and offering love to others, even if we are not feeling completely connected with that loving, with this just gesture here, with the intentions to be loving, is actually activating right now. It's very powerful because the love is already embedded in us. For our spirit, meditation is loving kindness, or metta meditation towards oneself and towards others. It's really, really powerful. Also, the gratitude practice to get in the habits of every day of the reflection of self-love. Things that you are grateful for. Very powerful, soften the barriers of one heart, so it won't be hardened by the world. We may be hurt, but it can still be calm, kind, gentle. Very powerful, soften the barriers of one heart, so your heart won't be hardened by the world. If you're feeling the loneliness or separation, this is incredibly powerful, that discovering back into 2006. I will share it with you. It is that reflecting in nature and in bringing our nature into the natural world, Earth must be maintained, otherwise we will find ourselves trapped in the center of our own pavements over our spirits. Our spirit need to flourish with no way out, with our true essence with Earth. This analogy is what one sees, is what I see when running around Alki Beach and other roads. The spirit of nature is to seek out, thus thrust through the veil like a lotus out of the muddy pond. This also reminded me when I was back in 100th Street in Greenbridge, West Seattle, or between Berrien as well too. I go to the lake pond just to check out, just to observe the lotus. So once you experience the true phenomena, the oneself of the Dhamma, and awaken to the reality of here and now, you are forever transformed. I hope this is pretty transformative. In that ultimate sense, this is the solutions of identity, ego, and perceptions. No otherness remains. You begin to see yourself as a part of everything, and everything in that universe reveals itself as part of you. Beyond names, title, and categories, seeming operations, separations, no more. The truth is the same. All atoms resonate with the same vibrations. As the veil of the social conditioning lift, henceforth, you pierce through the veil of the illusory world. You see that oneness is all there is. What hurts the other hurts you. Empty is naturally felt by one who is in tune with oneself. By helping others, helping someone, you are also helping your own self. helping oneself. It is all connected. Love is the truth. Truth is all. All is one. One is love. We belong here, and you don't have to live in the wilderness or what I did was I did intermediate salutation, help more naturally. It's in the recreation areas, and to subtly move in gentle love. Then there's something about communing with nature that I really enjoy that helps us to connect. I want to share that with you. It's infused with the trees. That is new green of the leaves, color for photosynthesis, and the awareness of as we exclaim the sight of the fall season or the summer season. When spring season, we can see the blossom of it. So the shade give us shelter, and wind, the delicious, delightful fruits fill us up. Climbing on trees will form a pull-up, build strength. Walking with the wind, and as she brushed her leaves, feel good. The wind, her she also dance with the wind. And she make the sound with the leaf, and she play with it. It's impeccably whispering softly with love, or simply sit in a samadhi under the tree's shelter and shade under the majestic sun and illuminating moons. We get to observe everything all around us and feeling so all at once. Earth-Gaia. We can feel as we walk on her. The miraculous is not walk on water, but it's to walk on earth with awareness. Feel the freshness air on your cheek or on her rosy cheek, right? The fragrance, perfume, smell of flowers, which we extract for cologne or for her for perfume, right? Get highly elevated in the sky. Ask yourself, how connected are we, right? As we listen to the sound of the rain, the birds, watch the cloud, the sky, the sun and the moon, the night star, the mountain, geez, the river, and help to dissolve the spirits, the wall around the hearts, is really heal the loneliness to feel our belonging, to this precious life on our collective consciousness, the world at large. We are the child earth of God. We can be sure that taking care of beloved earth, Gaia, the innermost truth can be revealed once we reconnect the threshold of our environment, nature that matters, with love, universal love, the space of the holy place, the body temple of sacred place, with introspections. Compose yourself in stillness, the lotus of peaceful warrior. Draw attention additionally inwardly and devote your mind to the spirit of self. The wisdom one seek lies within. Yet fitness or movements is another element of flow, and center consciousness, observer, and stillness as to focus of the movement when we sync with the mind and body breath movements together. And to focus on the body when running, mind is connecting in the zone. It's in boundless flow of core of life that is additionally discover of mind, body, and spirit. So after mental focus calibrations of mechanical of the body and mind, neurophysiology to neurotransmitter, thus and pierce through the veil of pain that leads to wondrous experience. Many a blessing to have and forthcoming experience that take one to the core of life. To learn, to live, to lead, to make mistakes, to become a legend and be great, to do what is good, to grasp our fundamental truth of our existence in our universe on earth. From my analytical, skeptical mind, experience was through meditation and contemplations to conceptualize the four elements with the consciousness in space, samadhi, or with, not or, it's out with nature, or in tune with your own self, because you are also nature too. That's when you're samadhi or meditation. You experience bliss because you are blessed. Bless you. Thank you. Peace of mind, love at heart.